Howdy, welcome. My name's Anna and I love makeup and decorating myself. And today I thought that I would try to narrow down my collection to if I could keep only 10 palettes. I don't know if you saw my last trying to choose 10 brands to shop the rest of my life, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't narrow it down to 10. So today I was able to get my eyeshadow palette down to 10 palettes. So I'm going to talk about those in alphabetical order. That seemed the easiest because there's no real ranking here. It's just if I had to narrow down my eye palette collection to 10 palettes, these are the ones I would keep if you asked me yesterday or today. All right, so the first one, and I don't think this is gonna really be a surprise to anybody if you've seen some of my videos, but this is the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Blends palette. It's just, it has kind of everything that you might ever need in an eyeshadow, in like color wise. So you have the shades of gray, you have shades of brown, and the Roy G. Biv situation in varying degrees and like intensities. So yeah, it's just got everything that you need in a matte, like color wise. So, and it's a great formula. So definitely need this one. And the second palette in alphabetical order is, I had to throw a Pat McGrath palette in there. I just had to. There had to be a Mothership. And this was kind of hard. I would say it was kind of narrowed down to about 3 of them, maybe 4. But ultimately, I decided to go with the Bronze Seduction palette. Every time I wear this, I just feel very beautiful. I just think that the tones in here are so flattering. And I think this is a lot of people's favorite Pat McGrath Mothership palette. So, you know, I just think that this particular color curation was very well done. Anyways, you've got, you know, some sparkly shades, and I love that the deepest shade is like kind of an aubergine color. Anyway, this is just a really beautiful palette that makes me feel beautiful from Pat McGrath, and so that's the one that I would keep. All right, next up, and like I said, we're doing this in alphabetical order. The next one that I chose was the Natasha Denona Circle Loco palette. I love Natasha Denona's formulas for eyeshadow, and this is no exception. I think that this is a superb, colorful palette. And like Blend Bunny, it's a very colorful palette. Unlike Blend Bunny, there are some different textures in here, some shiny, shimmery shades. I love, love, love this one and this one so much. And I just really love this formula. I feel like this formula is just so, so good, especially for these really vibrant colors. And I love Natasha Denona. So that one makes the cut. So the next palette is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. And this beauty is just so perfect for every day. Like, it's just so easy to use if you just want to put on eyeshadow and you don't want to make a huge fuss about it. Like, it's just so easy. Like, there are actually quite a few probably one and done shadows in here. And there are these like just beautiful subtle shimmers. I just love the colors in here. They're so flattering for me. And I'm also wearing this mostly. It's most of what's on my eyes today. I actually did a video comparing this to the Mini My Dream palette. So I think it was this side is this palette. I don't know. Yes. Anyway, I'll put a card to that video in case you're interested. But yeah, definitely very wearable, very, very beautiful. All right. And next up, and this one's very exciting, and it's the first of the like really intense like multi-chrome, duochrome shades. And this is the Adept Cosmetics Heather Austin collaboration, and looks like this. And it's just absolutely stunning. I think the curation of this palette was so well thought out, and I love that there are these really special multi-chromes in a palette, in a curated palette. And there's kind of like a whole rainbow in here with the duochrome and multi-chrome shades. So you got like the blue and the purple, some pinky, kind of purpley, pinky, I don't know, just absolutely stunning multi-chromes here. So it's an exciting palette. And as far as palettes that I have, you know, a lot of single shadows that are indie shadows, which are really, you know, impressive. But this is one that actually came in a curated palette, which was sort of what I was thinking for this video. Anyway, that is the Adept Cosmetics and Heather Austin palette. And then the next palette is the Danessa Myricks Lightwork 3 palette that came out a couple years ago. I just remember being completely blown away by this. You know, it comes with some like highlighter shades too, but a lot of these multi-chromes were just so unique and so stunning, just mind-blowing, really. I just love this palette. And again, I wanted to put a bunch of palettes with multi-chromes and really good multi-chromes. You know, Natasha Denona has some kind of, but they're not very good. These are very good. The Adept Cosmetics are very good. So that's why these are in here. And I get some highlighters in there. Next up, again, we're going in alphabetical order, is the Adept Cosmetics Plain Jane palette. And this fulfills my, you know, sparkly multi-chrome wow special shade niche in this 10 palette situation. Maybe we should swatch a couple of these. I don't know. Should we? Let's do it. I'm gonna swatch this one. Oh, it's so soft. I'm gonna swatch this one. Oh, so soft. Actually, those look kind of the same on my finger. Doesn't matter. Okay, and then let's go into this. Yeah, why not? I have 4 fingers. Okay. So, ooh, that one was so messy. Okay. All right. Calm down, eyeshadow. So this is what they look like. That one got a little chunky. But they're just so iridescent and like shiny. I have some swatches from my last video. We'll go a little bit further down on my arm. But you can just see how like reflective these are, how shiny. So this is really good. Like this would pair really well with the blends palette, just all those colors, or even the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette, you know, with all of those kind of more natural neutral colors. But the Plain Jane as like a lid shade, and boom. So yeah, had to have that one in there. All right, next up, I love Menagerie Cosmetics, and I remember when I tried this palette, I was really blown away. It's the Sugar High palette. I was just really blown away by the look that I got and how pretty these shadows kind of went together, and I love the color story. And they're just shiny rainbow, almost you get some pastel type shades in there too. I didn't want to full on put a pastel palette in here because pastels are not something that I use a lot, but this sort of has that vibe to it. And so I thought that would be great. And this would actually pair really well with the Plain Jane as well, if I wanted to amp up some of the shimmery, you know, multi-chrome situation. So yeah, I just really love this palette. I really love the brand, so I wanted to have one from Menagerie in here, and that's what happened. And second to last, but not least, or second to least, is the Ace Beauté Tropical Vibes palette. This palette is so beautiful. I actually chose this over the Natasha Denona Yucca palette. I think that their vibe is sort of similar, but this one there's something about the colors that are a little bit brighter and more vibrant to me, more like I'm on vacation. Like tropical vibes is just the perfect way to describe this. And I find this palette so flattering on my skin tone. So this has to come. I love this. I've definitely taken this one on trips. I have traveled with a lot of these, not all of them, but this is definitely one that I've traveled with because I just love, it's like a colorful palette, but like a natural colorful palette, like a nature inspired, I just love it. And I'm trying to think of formula. The formula is good. Formula is great. So yeah, I just really like this one. It's a great palette. Great color story. Beautiful. Mwah. It's so cute. Yeah, I love it. All right, and last but not least, if you've been watching my channel at all lately, you probably know what I'm gonna say right now. You can pause it and put your guess down below. Okay, it is the Natasha Denona Xenon palette. I need a grayscale palette, and this has been my favorite palette lately. It's just so like easy to work with for these colors, and I love it. And these two shimmer shades are so spectacular. Oh, I love them so much. So that's that. They're just so shiny. I wonder what they're gonna look like next to the Adept Cosmetics. Yeah, I mean, that fits in pretty well. Oh, look at this. That's pretty, and I love it. I'm obsessed. Anyways, I'm obsessed with this palette, and this is my gray and black, and I have an actual matte black in the Blend Bunny palette, so I do have that because that's important. But yeah, all my shades of gray. Gray is my favorite color. Have to have a palette with these tones in my collection. So those are my 10 palettes that I chose. And this was a really fun video to do, like a really fun experiment, and I'm impressed that I was able to do it actually. It actually wasn't that hard. I was like, well, this, and I kind of sat down and I was like, all right, I'm sure I'm gonna have to get rid of one. And this is what I came up with. It was actually it just kind of happened organically. So anyways, those are my 10 palettes. List your 10 palettes if you want to. That would be really fun for me to see what you would choose. Yeah, I would love that. So anyways, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching this channel. I hope you're having a good week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side alive. It will help us every day. It will brighten all the way if we keep on the sunny side alive.